So I guess there's one thing that I should get off the bat real quick is when I logged into YouTube on like my real account, I I noticed that my last week's video showed up in my feed, and I'm like, that's not normal. Like nothing ever shows up from this account, and it was only because the two people had viewed the last video, and one person in fact left a comment. Little Sweemy guy. Uh, I mean, thank you for commenting and saying my voice is calming, I guess. It's nice that an actual person commented on my video for once. Yeah. Interesting stuff all around there. I guess, I guess there is some people that take deep dives into YouTube who, to people who barely have any views. But anyway, all that being said, things have been sort of looking up. I'm still racked with fear that I'm not doing my job properly as far as like doing what's the point and you got game for SBTV, but at the same time, I'm still kind of just riding things out as far as getting people goes. The they did send out announcements to all the organizations for like promotions and stuff. I don't know how that's any different to me like directly contacting people, but it seems to be working so far. As I have two people coming in for What's the Point next Wednesday, which will be an interesting bit. I have a couple of general members that I'm going to ask about for You Got Games, so that'll be an interesting bit. That'll be interesting to see how they go. The last episode was kind of like it made me realize that I need to prepare myself for random people because they didn't quite understand that we were supposed to like talk when given the prompts as like the as other SBTV members did. And that's because, they're a little bit more professional than anybody just taken off the street. So I either need to tell them before the show starts about the whole talk about the game aspect of the game, or, actually come up with a little trivia facts that I just didn't write down for that day. It'll be it'll be interesting to see how the next week goes, and hopefully by then I'll have another group squared up and ready to go, because at the moment nobody wants to do You Got Game. But that's fine because I have been thinking of doing some sort of other show with some of the SBTV members, and it unfortunately won't involve all the other organizations, but you know, if they wanted to do stuff, they had to just email me back, and they didn't. So who am I to blame for that? But I've been really kicking off with one of the members in SBTV, and I feel like we can make a pretty good, entertaining show with just the two of us. So probably looking forward to that in the future. Um, I get the feeling that the SBTV group is getting more and more focused on all of like the YouTube aspects of like presenting ourselves well enough to like we're making custom thumbnails for the videos, and I wanted to do that before with You Got Game, but like I didn't know how to approach it, so it's a it's a new thing that I am going to start working towards, and that'll be interesting. Hopefully I do a good job at that. I've never made like a legitimate thumbnail before. And I mean, I guess I have technically with like Quick Play and maybe Six Gaming Bros, but I was still very much trying to learn how to Photoshop back then, and it was they weren't the best. Some of my biggest failures was the some of the Call of Duty stuff, and one of my Paper Mario thumbnails that just didn't look good. Uh, I wonder if we can hear the people outside in the microphone. I hope not, because I don't want to close a window and get super hot in here. Because I never leave this room. I am always inside working on videos and researching videos on being entertaining, I guess. That's an overly generous way to look at it. It's a generous way to say I'm wasting time watching videos. Even today, my only thing that I wanted to do was record this and start editing the third episode of You Got Game. And so far, it has taken me. Well, I woke up like properly at 11 o'clock, and it is now 4:20. Blaze it. But all that time wasted that I just did nothing. I watched the newest Phineas and Ferb movie, which was all right. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was just kind of it was just all right. Um, it's it's been weird. I had this whole thing when I was in the dorms where I'd moved locations to get myself not in the comfortable spot that was my room. But now that my entire workspace is in my room, I have lost that entire edge of myself, and now I'm starting to realize just how important that was, because now I am always struggling not to just turn around and jump right into my bed and start falling asleep. And I have done that before. I have wasted an entire day just sleeping because, hell, what else was I gonna do? Not my job. I'm trying not to talk about my therapy session on Tuesday because it's all confidential and stuff, and I feel like if I get even close to that, I'm already breaking some violation or something. Um, I guess an interesting development was that me and my friends tried to get together and do a Six Gaming Bros recording of Among Us, and I got a little bit of recording. It wasn't great, but it at least we at least did it, and I can still record relatively well without Audacity breaking on me. Because that was the problem that I had before. If you remember, I had to switch to Audition because Audacity for some reason didn't want to play nice on this computer. But it seems to be working now. So what else is surprising? Nothing really. Gosh, I just don't do anything, do I? I missed one assignment that I just totally forgot to do, and I doubled down on it as well because and the teacher gave us a 48-hour cushion after the due dates to like get it done, which I proceeded to not do and still haven't done to this moment. And I honestly just should do it just for uh, archival sake and just to like get the stuff that I need in that assignment. But it's all weird, and I'm starting to just feel the effects of procrastination and lack of motivation. And hopefully, as soon as I'm done with this, I can just sit myself down, tell myself that I need to do this, and start editing the things that I need to edit. But, easier said than done, as many people have already said before. Like, it's two different things to have an idea and to even attempt that idea. And I've been there before. I know how hard it is to have an idea and go, all right, this is what I'm going to do to see it through. Because, like, the thing that the thing about working on the internet and all that is that every single action defines who you are. And if you do everything that you do and do it the way that you want to, you're stuck and set in this one subsection of the internet that will never let you go lest you lose that audience and following. Like like I don't know. This has gone into a bit of a tangent, I think, but you always see all those people making viral videos and you're like, "Oh my gosh, how lucky they are to have people see their stuff." I use the example of like the how animals eat their food. Funny video. Everyone loved it. Everyone shared it. It was a great video. Cut to 2 years later and I see how Overwatch characters eat their food, and I'm like, oh god, these people are stuck. Like they can't grow out of the thing that people notice them for, and it's heartbreaking that that's what they have to do to be able to make a living off of what YouTube is. And it's just weird to me, like that's what I see when I'm making stuff for the internet and for my school technically. But you know, we were all striving to get that one thing that defines us and makes us a living on the internet while also being fun for us. Who knows? It also recently came to my attention of a certain YouTuber that it was Leffy Does Things. She was like featured in House Party, that video game, and I go to her channel and I see like some of her videos for like gameplay stuff, specifically like the Mystery Dungeon DX, doesn't even eclipse 1,000 views, and I'm like, oh my god, I thought this person would like have a killer following. And then I go down to the videos and I see one of them where she is shirtless besides two pineapples covering her breasts. And of course that has 40,000 views. And that's sad to me as well. Like, why can't people like enjoy what she does normally and not have to get clickbaited by the thumbnail? It's a little depressing. And I'm probably no help either because, I didn't watch any of the videos that were there. I just wanted to check out the channel. I probably should in the future while I'm editing the videos and waiting for this to upload, but my god, it really speaks volumes to what kind of culture YouTube is. Like, people see the thumbnail first, the first 30 seconds next, and then, maybe, if you're lucky, people can see the stuff that you actually put forth effort into. Not to say that the stuff there doesn't have effort put into it, it's just that so much is lost in the whole, like, gotta have it now culture that the internet itself is. And there are people outside my window. Isn't that crazy? Uh, but yeah, I'm learning what it's taking to be entertaining like all the time and not just for the first 30 seconds. Like you'll notice that I mentioned Sweemy in the first like couple moments of this because I want to get him some props for commenting on a random channel, and since he's a human, I felt like it was necessary to acknowledge that. Have had bots comment on this channel before, and I've acknowledged those by calling them bots. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to understand what it is that I'm trying to do with this whole platform and what I'm striving to accomplish. And I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting close. I keep saying I'm getting close. I don't know if I'm getting close. I'm getting to something. Whether it is burning down everything that I've done before and starting in a completely new direction, or whether it is building off of what I currently am doing. But one way or another, I am finding out what the heck I am doing in this bitch of an earth that we call home. I don't know. I am hoping to and I've run out of stuff. I've run out of stuff to say. Well, isn't that awkward? Yeah, at least I went farther than last week. So to put it in summary, I guess since that's all I can ever think about, um, I need to focus. I need to learn how to fill space when new people are sitting in hot seats. And, maybe I can start a show with the person that I am starting to work well with at SBTV. We'll see how that goes. So, if you listened this long, thank you for listening. And if you're me from the future trying to regain back your memories, stay strong, buddy. Bye.